Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today's adventure has to do with peppers. Now, this is a jalapeno pepper, and it registers about 10,000 on the Scoville units. Now, this is a serrano pepper. This is 3 times as hot as a jalapeno, and it registers on the Scoville scale at 30,000. Now, I am not a hot sauce person. You guys know, if you have been following this channel, you know I'm a little bit of a wimp. However, for some odd reason, well, okay, I know why, but for some reason, I have 4 pepper plants, hot pepper plants in my garden right now, and they are producing like nuts. And so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try to make some fermented hot pepper sauce with my serranos, because this is gonna be hot. This is gonna be, well, it's probably gonna be hot. This is gonna be my kind of hot. This is gonna be my family's kind of hot. So I decided today is the day, because yesterday I went out and picked all of my serranos, and I have about 4 pounds of serrano peppers off of 2 plants. It's phenomenal. It loves my garden. I mean, I have to do it. I have to do this adventure. So I hope you'll join me and see how this turns out. I will say that I have tried fermenting in the past and it didn't go so well. So I have very low expectations for these peppers, but it's only using 1.5 pounds of these, so I still have some more to make something else if this doesn't work. However, let's start this adventure. I don't want to admit defeat already, because I know that we can do it. Me and you, we can do this. All right, you ready for this adventure? Let's go. Okay, so to ferment this pepper sauce today, I'm going to use the ball fermentation kit. I don't know if it works or not, but it had good reviews. And last time I tried to ferment, I actually used a jar with another jar pressing down my mixture, and that's maybe why it didn't work. So I bought this in hopes that it will work. So the ball fermentation jar has a little air valve here to let out the air that needs to escape whenever things are starting to ferment. As things start to ferment, they start to release some gases, and so this helps those gases to be released. It also comes with this handy dandy spring that is actually the weight. So you put your food in there and then it will compress everything so that it stays under the water. It's actually a pretty nifty little design here. And so I decided this is what we're gonna use for this recipe. The next things we're gonna need are some warm water and 2 tablespoons of sea salt. So I'm gonna just dissolve the 2 tablespoons, and and it's really warm water. I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, so it's really warm. So I want to leave it off to the side to cool while we do all of the rest of the things. Now, as I mentioned, serrano peppers are 3 times hotter than the jalapeno pepper. So when I'm working with these serrano peppers, I am going to use gloves. And I'll show you what we're gonna do for the first couple peppers, and then I'm gonna put you in fast forward, because no one wants to see me clean 1.5 pounds peppers. I don't know. I mean, like, if you do, you can slow it down, watch it at half speed. I don't know, but I don't think, I mean, once you see me clean 1 or 2 of these, I think you'll get the picture. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do with our peppers is slice off the stem and discard that. Then we are gonna slice the pepper down lengthwise, and we are gonna clean out all of the seeds that are inside of there. So I'm gonna get a bowl here, and we are going to clean all down. Now, I got out my little corer here, thinking that that would be an easy way to clean that out, but these are such small peppers that I think my hand works better. Did you see that? So just use the back of your thumb. Whew, these are hot peppers. Whew, I may need to go put on a mask. Wow, those are hot peppers. So just like that. So let's do that again. So we're gonna cut the stem off, cut it in half, and then scrape all of the inner seeds out. Perfect. And now enjoy this short, very short montage of me cleaning out the peppers. All bazillion of them. Enjoy. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. I am sure those of you that have cleaned 1.5 Serranos before laughed at me when I said, here, let me just show you this montage an hour later. No, no one wants to see that. Luckily, I turned off the camera and you only got a very short clip. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I am going to wash these really well to kind of get off some of the seeds that just stuck to my hands. So I'm gonna wash them really well. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then we will go on to the next step. Okay, they've been washed and now the directions say to stuff as many peppers in the bottom of this jar as possible. Now, I really don't think that all of these peppers are going to fit in there whole, so maybe I'll give them a rough chop. Because like I mentioned before, I'm not a math major, but spatial awareness tells me there's no way that all of this is gonna fit into all of there. But I don't know. I mean, it says pack it really as tight as I can. So, I mean, I'm still supposed to put that whole onion in there though. I mean, I guess it's gonna fit. That is so weird to me that all those peppers fit into that little tiny space. Now, I'm not so sure the onions are gonna fit in there too, and it was a little more than 1.5 pounds. So if I don't get all of it in, that's on me. I wasn't sure if the 1.5 pounds meant all deveined and seeded and destemmed and then 1.5 pounds, or 1.5 pounds with their stems and everything on. So I did it kind of in between. Okay, let's see if we can push it down so we can get our onion in, because apparently we're supposed to put an onion in too. Squish, squish. Okay, okay. Well, I don't think they're going anywhere else. I think that is as squished in as they're gonna go. I'm gonna take a little bit more out because I really do need to get the onions and garlic in there. So maybe it all didn't fit. Although, like I said, I went a little over. All right, now we are supposed to put some whole garlic in here. So I have my little garlic peeler here. I will just peel up my garlic. Whoa, squish my garlic. Oops. Try again. There we go. And we'll stuff that down and, whoops, not without the paper. Hello, paper, come back. Stuff that down inside there. That's a really big bulb. Maybe I should cut that one in half. That's huge. Down inside there. Push, push, push. And now, how is this whole onion supposed to go in there? Okay, I'm gonna have to take just a little bit more out. I'll just be careful that I don't take my garlic, which I did. Okay, I'm just gonna put the onion in. All right, I think that's all we can fit in there. We can't fit any more. Okay, time for our salt water. Remember the salt water that we dissolved the salt in, or the water we dissolved salt in? Here it is. What we're gonna do is we are going to attempt to pour it into the jar. I think I'm gonna get my funnel. All right. Now, the recipe said if there's not enough water to get some more water, because it didn't actually tell me how much water to dissolve my salt in. Okay, the water is at the tip top. So now, I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm glad I'm recording, because oh dear, like, it's a spring, it's spring loaded, so it'll go in there. I don't know how at the moment that it's gonna push. Okay, we're just gonna push. We're just gonna do it. Okay? Ready? Wait, I can't. There we go. Okay, so the directions say that we are to leave this at room temperature for 10 days. So I'm gonna set a reminder that I need to come back on here in 10 days and show you the results. But they said in 1 day, I should see bubbles starting to form around the jar. Now, Last time I tried to ferment something, no bubbles came whatsoever. So I don't know if I had it in the wrong spot or what, but I'm going to keep this on the counter here where it kind of stays a little bit warm, and just see what kind of fermentation we can get, because I did not see a single bubble. So yeah, I guess I will come back here tomorrow and show you bubbles if we have bubbles. And if we don't have bubbles, then again, this video will just go into the ether. And that's just the way it happens. Gotta leave them on. Okay, we'll see you back here tomorrow and then in 10 days. See ya. Okay, you guys, it has been well over a day, well over 10 days since you saw me last. And that is because COVID sucks and it's real. And it's been a whole month since I did this first part of the video. Now, I Googled up to see and make sure that you could ferment peppers for longer than 10 days. And actually, you can ferment peppers for up to 6 months. So 1 month of fermentation, I feel safe continuing on this journey, but I digress. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is after day 1, I actually went to my peppers and I was looking for those bubbles that I had mentioned before, and I really didn't see any. And I was worried that I had messed up again. But apparently the bubbles happen when you tilt the jar just a little bit. So I thought I would show you. So this is the month-long peppers. And when you tilt the jar just a bit, oh, maybe it's not gonna work for us this time. Maybe because they're already done fermenting. I don't know. Ugh. Onward repress. Basically, you tipped the jar sideways and all of these bubbles were released from everywhere. First time I did this, like I mentioned early in the video, I didn't see any bubbles, and that was because I actually didn't move the jar. So move the jar a little bit, you'll see bubbles come up. The bubbles around day 10 and 14, they were awesome, like tons of bubbles. But of course, I did not get any video of that. So now what do we do? So once you have your peppers all fermented, we are going to release our little spring. Make sure there's no mold inside, which there is not. So I am very confident that this is going to turn out very awesome. And we are going to get everything into a blender or food processor. All right, so whole thing, all inside, brine everything into our blender. All right, next we're just gonna blend it up. So easy. The hardest part was cutting the serrano. Now, I don't know for how long we're supposed to blend this for, but I assume it's until it's really nicely blended. So I'm gonna give a little bit of a stir, and then I'll let it go for probably about another minute, and then we'll move on. It actually smells pretty fantastic. You know, I'm a little bit of a wimp, but I don't smell a lot of heat in that serrano. Okay, I'm gonna go for about another minute. All right, a minute is up. So now you can do one of two things. Number one, you can strain this and make it a really, really thin, kind of almost like a Tabasco type sauce, or you can leave it with all of the pulp inside of it and make it into like a, I don't know, just another like a fire sauce of some sort. So what I have here, I bought these on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the info of this video, but they are cute little jars that I'm hoping to gift for Christmas or whatever else. The jars came with stoppers, and they came with lids, they came with foil, and they came with a funnel that fits right inside of it. It's super fun. So all we're going to do now is fill our jars. Now these jars have been cleaned and sanitized, so definitely clean and sanitize your jars before you put sauce inside of them. Alternately, I did read that you could definitely thin this or thicken it based on your liking. Since this is the first time I'm doing it, I'm just gonna leave it just like the recipe says, and then as we use it over the next couple months, I'll decide if I want less brine or if I want more brine or so on and so forth. So far, the consistency is good. We'll be able to put it on our eggs and other things like that really easily. And it's recommended to only go to the just the ridge of your bottle there. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this right over to here and I'll fill up the rest. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I think I'm going to step back a step because I see the pulp and the juice difference. And I kind of sort of like just the juice part. So maybe I will strain it. Hold on. I'm just gonna take a flour sack cloth and I'm gonna put it in this bowl and I'm just going to pour my sauce in and I'll re-sanitize these guys. I'll use a different set. All right, and now we will, see? Look at all that. That'll be like a Tabasco type Serrano sauce. That will be fantastic. That will be fantastic. I think I'll like this much better. I don't know. The pulp kind of started to do weird things. I don't know if you could see it in the video, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to eat that. Okay, I'm telling you, this was a good decision. I may have made a bigger mess, but this was a very good decision. I feel really confident about the way that we decided to go here. Love the sauce down there. Okay, let's try this again. And there we have it. Okay, so before we seal this up, let's give it a little taste. Now, before I taste, I'm actually going to wipe off my lid, put on my little stopper, and then I'll squish it into a little, shake it onto the spoon so I can taste it. We'll do it very slowly. There we go. Okay, let's taste this out. Ooh. That is really good. That has a really good vinegar punch, but yet the flavor is, ooh, that's gonna taste really good on fish and lots of stuff. Oh, this is opening a whole bunch of new horizons for me. I have fajita peppers in my garden. I have jalapeno peppers in my garden. Maybe I'll ferment jalapeno peppers next and make a fermented jalapeno pepper sauce. Maybe I'll throw in a habanero. Ooh, that's really good. I think that people will be pleased with that. People meaning the people that I'm going to gift it to. Okay, so all of our little stoppers are on, and now we are going to put on all of our lids. We're gonna seal them up tight, and now we're gonna seal them. Now the directions on this package actually said for you to dunk it in boiling water, but after a couple Googles, I found out that you could use a hair dryer and it works fantastically. So I am definitely using a hair dryer because that sounds like a better idea. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to slip these covers right over the top, like so. And then we're gonna take our hair dryer, we're gonna turn it on high and watch the magic. Look at that. That is cool. Super cool. I honestly feel like this adventure has opened up a whole new world of fermentation and the ability to make your own sauce. I don't know, my brain is like tumbling in all directions. Like, what else can you ferment and bottle? What else? What else? Okay, they also come with these cute little labels. So now I can label my very own sauce. If you have a Cricut or something like that, and I do, you can probably just put your own labels on it. But I figured I would put one of these on for you right here. Dun, dun, dun. It also, the kit also came with a white pin that you can write your own label. So let's write Serrano pepper sauce. Boom, Serrano pepper sauce. Look at that. You know, it's the little things. It's the little things in life that are adventures in my kitchen that are so much fun. Things like this, Honestly, I try them out because I'm very curious about them and I want to see if I can do them, see if they are a viable Christmas gift idea. Sorry, those family members who get one for Christmas gift, your Christmas is ruined. I'm sorry. All right, you guys. Well, that adventure was super fun. If you have ever fermented your own hot pepper sauce, please leave me a comment and tell me your recipe, tell me your methods, and I think I'm just gonna try this because this was actually way easier than I thought it was gonna be. I had been procrastinating this for a very long time. So I'm really glad that I did it, and I'm glad that this adventure kind of saw itself out. I was really worried, like I said, after that 10 days, and I was like, well, there goes all that work. But thank you, Google, for letting me know that you could ferment for a much longer time, get a different flavor. So, I mean, after 10 days, I'm sure it would have been a different flavor, but right now, this flavor is phenomenal. So, all right, you guys, well, if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Usually I do videos several times a week, but right now, as I recover from this horrible COVID stuff, the videos may be a little more sporadic, but trust me on this when I say I have a lot of great things planned for you. And I thank you for your prayers and all of your support. And I love you guys, and we'll see you on the next adventure.